Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to the Monster Cultivation channel. Last week we talked about acquiring a monster, and this week we'll be talking about raising and training of monsters, a very important part in any monster keeper's life. Now, raising a monster isn't all that different from raising a human child. There are 4 distinct styles of doing it. Many first-time monster parents find themselves falling into the permissive style. They are loving, they are doting, they are caring, and they just want their monster to be happy. Which is a good thing, but they lack boundaries. They reward all behavior, good or bad, especially at a young age, which is so formative, and they don't punish any of the poor behaviors, so they teach that what you're conditioning your monster to do is not respect you. They will love you, they will see you as a source of comfort, but they will also walk all over you, see you as a means to an end, and think they can get away with anything. And if you are in this permissive style of parenting, there is no coming back. You can't really undo that training that you did in those first few years. Many other monster parents will fall into the authoritarian style of parenting of monsters, which is the exact opposite of permissive. They're very strict. There are lots of rules, no warmth, high expectations, and if those expectations are not met, there are no negotiations. Rule breaking is punished to the highest degree. They are conditioning their monsters by rewarding no behavior and punishing all behavior, good or bad. They're conditioning their monsters to respect them and fear them, but they're also teaching them that they don't have a source of warmth and love in their life, which should be you. This will make your monsters jumpy around strangers or unhealthy in general, so it's best to steer clear of this method. Uninvolved monster raising is exactly what it sounds like on the tin. Where are they? Not around. Who are they? Doesn't matter. What are they like? Doesn't matter. They're neglectful. Like the authoritarian monster parent, there is no warmth from this monster parenting style, but there are also no expectations. Your monsters are allowed to do what they want. They believe in the philosophy of letting the monster raise themselves. This does not happen. So in addition to getting the permissive misbehaviors from from a lack of structure or rules, you will also have misbehavior from acting out and trying to seek attention because they want your love more than anything. There are no good things about this style of monster parenting. Don't be uninvolved. Finally, there is authoritative style monster parenting. There are rules and there is structure and they are enforced, but they are also open to negotiation because they are full of warmth and love. If you know your Tentacitty cannot survive without a meal at the stroke of 12, even though all of your other monsters have a very strict no eating past midnight rule, then it may be best, and they will agree, to bend this rule and change it because it is what is best for their monster. They are loving and caring, and they are willing to bend the rules and make exceptions. This is what you should be aiming for. You are conditioning a sense of mutual respect in your monster by punishing the bad behavior and rewarding the good ones and being fair. This is what you should be aiming for. I cannot stress that enough. One more thing before I let you go. All monster raisers should be aware that some monsters may exhibit signs of personality disorder. There are many factors that might contribute to these personality disorders, such as genetics, past traumatic events, and just environment. They can manifest in many different ways depending on the disorder, but if you notice that your monster is exhibiting several behaviors labeled as abnormal or disorder, don't panic. Instead, seek a diagnosis from a professional. Do your research on whatever the mental disorder is, and provide your monster with all of the care and love that you would regardless. Learn to accommodate your monster's special needs, such as a lack of physical contact, a quiet environment, or need for things to be laid out in a certain way or done in a certain way. Do not try to force your monster to be the way that you think it should. It is fine the way it is. If you try to force conformity upon it, then it will only cause unhappiness for the both of you. You because your expectations will not be met, and it because it cannot meet your expectations, and you are likely forcing discomfort from it. Do not make the shoggoth make eye contact with you if your shoggoth does not like eye contact. Do not put the rusalka in the pond if it's afraid of wet environments. Allow your monster the care and grace that you would give to any human child, because monsters are sentient and they are extremely intelligent. Raise them right, and they will be exactly the way they are supposed to be. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video lesson. I'm Nessie, and you are watching the Monster Cultivation Channel. Until next time, my lovelies.